It's time to pull back the curtain on the 20th season for Triad Stage, reopened now after closing for COVID. Donald, tell us how you got here.
Oh, wow.
Your
Okay.
story.
Yeah, the whole story. No, I was actually able to be in the area. I do a lot of film and TV, and I was approached with an opportunity. And, you know, when I heard it was with Sarah Hankins and Triad Stage, I had to jump on it because I've always wanted to work here ever since I was a little kid. I'm from Greensboro, and I've never had the opportunity. So when, you know, it came available, I had to jump on it. So.
Yeah, and so this is live audience right here, so that'll be different.
Yeah, it's a little different. I've been in the film and TV market for a little while now, so being able to get back on stage and be able to feed off of the audience and, you know, all of my wonderful castmates. I'm really excited. I'm more nervous too. It's so weird because I don't typically get nervous like this, but they're so good, so I'm like, I don't want to be the one to not bring it.
No way. And you'll have friends and family here, I would think, and maybe some teachers too.
Probably, you know, I'm not 100% sure how many people are gonna come out, but I'm almost certain that as soon as I step out there, there's gonna be so many people like, oh my God, we didn't want to tell you that we were coming. I'm like, and I'll probably cry because I'm a crier. I do that.
Lots of love. Well, that's a great thing, but also a local story. I mean, this is a historical fiction about, you know, something happened here.
Right. And one of the characters that I play, I get a chance to the honor of playing Martin Luther King Jr., you know, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So for me, that is one of those just iconic figures and one of those roles that it means so much to me. And I really hope that everyone has an opportunity to come out and enjoy, and not just myself, but these wonderful four ladies that really kind of carried this thing, and I'm just so proud of them. And yeah, it's exciting.
So you wear several hats in the
Yes.
show. Tell us about that.
Yeah, figuratively and physically. I get a chance to play MLK, and Victoria, her boyfriend, she plays Berta in the show. I get to play Reggie and Fred. Oh my gosh, Mr. Curtis and Coach Jessup, and there's so many different. Yeah. So if you're like, wait, I could have sworn I just saw him. You did.
But it's not you. No, it's not you.
No, they all have very different rhythms and very different cadence, and just having the opportunity to, you know, do that and kind of shape shift a little bit, and, you know, still be a part of this very, very important story. It just means a lot.
Why is this story so important right now, you think?
Oh man, unfortunately, I wish that I could say that so many things have changed, but there's still a lot to go. But I think it is important for us to take a look back and see how far that we have come, and then know that, you know, you're never too old or you're never too young to be able to make a difference. And I really hope that that's something that a lot of people take away from this, and they really get a chance to see that these were, you know, essentially kids that really started this movement, and they were, you know, took it and ran with it, and that's why it was so impactful and so powerful. So no matter how old you are, and it's particularly like the young people to see, you know, we have a lot to still accomplish, and, you know, I just hope that they see that and that they're invigorated and have an opportunity to take it and run with it.
Well, break a leg to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Victoria, tell us about Berta.
Yeah, so Berta is twofold. She is older in the first half of the show, and so then we have something happen, which I won't give it away, but she transcends the entire world of the show back to when she attended Bennett with her three other friends. So you're watching Rebellious through Berta's point of view, and kind of just how everything transcended leading up to the Greensboro sit-ins.
Okay, so what does it mean for you to be a part of this show?
Yeah, it means so much. I went to UNCG here in Greensboro, and, you know, when you go to a school in Greensboro, you hear about the Greensboro sit-ins and the A&T4, but being in this show, I'm getting like in the nitty-gritty of it all and what that meant. And, you know, after 2020, with all of the uprisings of things, just, you know, as a 28-year-old woman, you want to be on the forefront of those things and let it be something that leads you to change. And this show allows me to do just that, to bring some of the history of Greensboro to Greensboro. Because I think there are pieces of the show that include Bennett that we are not aware of, living here in the city.
Yeah, and I know that you have a passion for working with children too, because you've done some directing for kids. So what do you think we can learn from it as adults, as children, and everyone in between?
Yeah, I think kind of first and foremost is we never really know the full story. Something beautiful about this show is that it's shown just through one person's point of view, but that doesn't mean that everything played out exactly that way. So something beautiful for kids is keep asking questions. Ask, why is this way? Why is this person this way? Why was this law passed? I think it's very important for us to be curious as kids and as adults. Why do I believe this way? Why do I believe that this thing is something I should be giving my all to? This show is very important, and it shows the trajectory of Berta going from I don't want to be in it, I don't want to deal with it, to actually this is a part of me and I should want to be in it and I should want to be curious. So I think keeping that curiosity open and healthy is important for sure.
And what does it mean for you to be able to act on this stage in Greensboro for this reopening performance and world premiere of this actual play?
Yeah, man, it means the world. Like I said, I went to UNCG, and so I did some like musical theater showcases here at Triad and in the Upstage Cabaret, but I've never been able to take on a full-length show here at Triad. And after school, I kind of moved away, and so it's beautiful to come back to Greensboro, feel home, and then to be given the opportunity to act here at Triad. And they have reopened their doors, enabled and started new policies, and are really just on the come up. So I'm hoping everyone will come out and support Triad Stage.
We can't wait. Break a leg.
Thank you.
Sarah, the 20th season of Triad Stage reopening after some closing times due to COVID. What is this season all about, and how is it kicking off?
Oh, we're so excited about this season because it's a real reinvigoration of Triad Stage. We're building on the success of the past and exploring the future. What does it mean to be doing professional regional theater now for Greensboro, specifically by and for about our community? And so we're kicking off the season with a play set here in Greensboro about a Greensboro story, the Bennett Bells, and what their impact was on the Greensboro sit-in movement, how they helped spark that light. And so this play is an original work. It's a world premiere by Mike Wiley. He's a North Carolina playwright, and we got a commission from the National Endowment for the Arts to be able to develop this script and bring it to life. So I'm super excited about that, as well as the other fantastic shows that we have coming up this season.
Okay, we're going to talk about those in a minute. Let's stick with Rebellious first, because this is a story that might be well known to people, but probably not as well known as the A&T 4. That's what we hear about so much, but the Bennett Bells were key to sustaining the movement.
Absolutely. And so Mike was really inspired by Dr. Linda B. Brown's book, Bells of Liberty, which really articulates the Bells experience during the sit-in movement and beyond. And these women were huge catalysts for the sit-in movement. And so this gives us a peek into their lives and the decisions that they had to make, both as women and as Black women specifically, to stand up and make change in our community.
And it just has so many messages that we can hear and learn from and take action with today, too.
Absolutely. I really feel like this play connects to a lot of our younger audiences, as well as bringing back our older audiences, seeing history from a different angle than they perhaps learned. But for our younger audiences, there's so much about activism these days. To see the activists of the past and be inspired for the future is really exciting.
Okay, let's talk about the rest of the season. What else is coming up in this big 20-year celebration?
Well, this is the kickoff of our new play initiative with Rebellious. We're cultivating new scripts every year for production, creating the Williams and Hainsberrys of tomorrow. So we're going to engage in a developmental workshop of a modern adaptation of the Jekyll and Hyde story called Jekyll. It's pretty exciting, with the hope of premiering it next season. And then we've got a fantastic holiday concert where you're going to be toe tapping and singing along, having a lot of fun. A Valentine's wine and chocolate pairing night of jazz cabaret with Lelania Harrington, local legend. And then we're going to engage with the revolutionists. Lauren Gunderson is the most produced playwright in America, and she wrote this fierce fantastic comedy featuring all of these female characters from the Reign of Terror. So Marie Antoinette is going to be there with her big wig and her let them eat cake.
Love it.
And then we're going to close the season with The Cake, written by Winston-Salem native Becca Brunstetter, who has gone on to be the executive producer and showrunner for NBC's This Is Us.
Oh, wow.
So she's a Winston-Salem native, and the story takes place in a Winston-Salem bakery about a baker who's confronted with the choice of whether or not to bake her best friend's child's wedding cake.
Okay.
And so it's a lot about love, found families, and buttercream.
I mean, everything's better with buttercream.
I think so. I had some this weekend, and I'm very glad.
So, this is such a treasure. It's a beautiful space, and what you're doing is so different here than we see anywhere else. What is the community's response to the reopening? What are you hearing? What's the buzz?
I'm hearing so much excitement, so many people are like, I cannot wait to get back into the building and see the productions. They ask, will we still have the same level of design and the same level of productions? Absolutely. So the design that we're known for, that professional edge, we're still going to have that. We're going to bring in actors, professional actors that do this for their living. So they're here making this happen. They're in rehearsal upstairs right now as we speak. And, so I hear a lot of great buzz with excitement and a lot of curiosity. We are doing different plays than we used to do, at least with this first inaugural season. And so a lot of people have a lot of curiosity. I have to say, you're going to love it. It's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of laughter.
Well, let me be one of the first to say welcome back, and I can't wait to be here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Tickets, season passes, sponsorships, it's all available now at triadstage.org.